Hello everyone. I'm going to share you guys a dream that I had that I believe God has given me and wants me to share with you all. This pretty much will be really helpful to Christians more because I want them to know that they need to watch out and that there is going to come a time when, Satan is going to have a lot of tactics and try to deceive people. So I just want to warn you all pretty much, brothers and sisters in Christ, about what is going to happen. So I had a dream that I'm going to read off my book that I had because I had to write it down. I had a dream that my friend had a Bible, and in Genesis, it was pretty strange because I saw it. I looked at the Bible and I saw it in my dream, and the word he was replaced with she. And also the Bible that she had, it was pretty much thinner than what the regular Bibles would actually look like. I read the King James Bible, so it was pretty thinner. It was like probably like this thin. So it was pretty thin, and I pretty much discovered that if it was so thin, that means, the enemy has taken pages out of it, probably chapters and stuff like that. So it's pretty weird how people are going to make Bibles that are taking words out and not being the same as how it's supposed to be. And so I said it was thinner, and it also didn't have a revelation in the back. So there was no revelation in the back at all. And I thought it was funny how it wasn't no revelation because in my dream, I remembered God saying if anybody takes, a word out of it, he would be taken out. But so I thought that was pretty cool because if the enemy, if he tries to make a Bible to deceive people, so since the enemy had taken revelation out the Bible, the people who have these thinner Bibles won't know that what he has done is wrong because in the real Bible, it says, if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are in this book. And that's Revelation chapter 22, verse 19. And I told my friend, that it's supposed to have a revelation in the back, and she was surprised. She didn't know that at all because she had like a different Bible, the one that had replaced he with she, and the one that was pretty much thinner. So she didn't even know that. She was surprised, and she did not know. And let's see. And also one thing about my friend in my dream was that she pretty much seemed sincere and happy that she had a Bible. Like she was pretty much happy. Like it seemed like she wanted to know about God. But the thing about it is that the Bible that she had wasn't of God at all. It wasn't from God. It was pretty much a Bible that the enemy has made. And also later on in my dream, I saw this man, and somehow I was in the back seat of a taxi car, and he was in the driving seat. So, and I was like trying to remember the verse that, the Revelation said how, if you take words out of the Bible, God would take you out, you know. And I was trying to remember it, but somehow the man, he was trying to help me, and he said something like, he said something about hell. So I thought that he's probably was saying that people who are doing such things, people who are taking God's words out of, you know, context and putting he with she, or making the Bible thinner than what it's supposed to be, and taking chapters out, taking books out the Bible. It made it seem like people who are doing such things, or who are going to do such things, are going to hell because they're actually taking God's words out. And that's nothing to mess with at all. And I tried to explain to them that, I try to explain to them the difference from what the real Bible looks like. That is much thicker. It has revelations. So as I was explaining them, the Bible that I had that had all the pages, like Genesis, Exodus, and all that, I was trying to explain to them, had my Bible probably, I think, side by side with the Bible, that was much thinner. It replaced he with she. Mainly it placed God as being a he and made him a she instead. And I was trying to explain to them, that this is not right. And I was trying to explain to them how the Bible that I had, the Bible that had everything that God has written in it to give to us, I tried to explain to them that this was the right one, but it seemed like they didn't want to hear it, and they seemed pretty impatient, and they didn't even believe me at all. So that dream was pretty interesting to me, and I know that it is something that God wanted me to tell you all about, to watch out, because there's going to come a time when the enemy is going to deceive people, thinking that there's all these different ways to go to God, and that God is a female and God can be all genders and all these things. But really, God is not all genders. God is a He, and I just wanted to warn you all, and tell you guys about the dream that God has given me and that He wants me to share to you all. Well, that's it, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys really take it to heart, and I hope you guys can share this to your friends, family, anybody. This is not for my glory, but this is actually for God's glory, and for me to, for me to get the message out, to let people know what's going to happen and the dream that I had and the warning that God is trying to give me. And I did have confirmation about this. Thank you.